Right, there's some breaking transfer news, so we're going to go back to our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokol in New Jersey for more. Kaveh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, this is a story that I've been working on this afternoon with one of my colleagues, Keith Downey, who has excellent
The modern transfer market moves at a relentless, unforgiving pace, where a single broken negotiation can alter the entire landscape of European football. Such is the narrative surrounding Argentine Wonderkid Nico Paz, whose career trajectory has just taken a monumental leap. After weeks of intense speculation, Manchester City have finally succeeded in securing the services of the sensational attacking midfielder. The breakthrough comes immediately after a highly publicized and seemingly advanced deal with Italian side Como sensationally collapsed, opening a golden window of opportunity for the Premier League champions to strike. Fabrizio Romano dropped his trademark "Here we go" confirmation, signaling the end of one of the summer's most fascinating transfer sagas. The Italian journalist confirmed that Manchester City acted with ruthless efficiency the moment negotiations between Como and Real Madrid fell apart. Recognizing a rare opportunity to sign one of the most highly rated youngsters in global football, City's executive team presented an irresistible financial and sporting package to the hierarchy at the Santiago Bernabeu, swiftly blowing all other competition out of the water. For Real Madrid, parting with a talent of Nico Paz's caliber was undoubtedly a difficult decision, but the economic realities and the player's desire for guaranteed elite-level progression smoothed the path for the transaction. The Spanish giants had initially looked to facilitate a move to Como to ensure consistent playing time under Cesc Fabregas, but tactical disagreements and structural payment hitches forced a sudden halt to the proceedings. Manchester City, waiting expectantly in the wings, wasted no time in capitalizing on the breakdown to submit an administrative masterclass of a bid. At the heart of this transfer is the long-term vision of Pep Guardiola, who has been searching for a dynamic, multifunctional midfielder capable of executing complex tactical roles. The need for reinforcement has become particularly pressing given the current state of the squad's core. Manchester City specifically see Nico Paz as the perfect, natural successor to take up the mantle from club captain Bernardo Silva, who is increasingly viewed as having outgrown his tenure at the Etihad Stadium after years of unparalleled, exhausting service. Bernardo Silva's legendary status in Manchester is entirely secure, but the club's recruitment strategy has always focused on replacing key assets before a decline sets in. The Portuguese maestro has spent consecutive transfer windows hinting at a desire for a fresh challenge, and City officials recognize that the squad requires an injection of youthful exuberance to maintain their relentless standard of dominance. In Nico Paz, they have found an individual possessing the identical technical versatility, spatial awareness, and press-resistant qualities that made Silva an indispensable asset. The player himself did not hesitate when the reigning English champions made their formal approach. Nico Paz gladly accepted the offer from Manchester City, having already agreed to provisional personal terms well before the clubs finalized the transfer fee. The allure of working under Guardiola, combined with the prospect of competing for the biggest trophies in world football, made the decision an absolute no-brainer for the Argentine international, who eagerly anticipates testing himself in the Premier League. Tactically, the acquisition of Paz represents a massive coup for City's coaching staff. Standing as a highly creative attacking midfielder, the youngster possesses a rare blend of physical robustness and delicate technical skill. His ability to operate comfortably in tight spaces, thread incisive passes through stubborn defensive blocks, and drive forward from deeper midfield positions makes him a terrifying prospect for opposition managers. He fits the prototypical profile of a Guardiola midfielder seamlessly. Furthermore, Paz's tactical flexibility allows him to occupy multiple positions across the final third, a trait that Bernardo Silva utilized to devastating effect during his peak years at the club. Whether deployed as a traditional number 10, a creative central box-to-box engine, or even out wide as a drifting playmaker, the Argentine brings a level of unpredictable flair that will diversify City's attacking patterns. His arrival ensures that the transition away from the Bernardo Silva era will be smooth and strategically sound. The collapse of the Como deal will likely be viewed as a historical blessing in disguise for the player's career. While a stint in Serie A would have offered valuable developmental minutes, the chance to join a footballing juggernaut like Manchester City accelerates his timeline to world-class status. Instead of fighting in the mid-table or battling relegation layouts, Paz will immediately be thrust into the high-intensity environment of UEFA champions, league knockout stages and intense domestic title races. Real Madrid's academy has a proven track record of producing elite talent, and Paz is widely considered the crown jewel of their recent developmental cycle. His brief cameos for the Los Blancos first team already showcased a player who rarely panics under pressure and possesses the temperament required for the grandest stages. City Scouting Network had been monitoring his metrics for over 18 months, convincing the board that he was worth a premium expenditure. With the "Here we go" officially verified, the paperwork is currently being processed by the legal teams of both institutions to ensure a swift registration. Manchester City fans have already taken to social media to express their immense excitement over the signing, recognizing that the club has once again outmaneuvered its rivals to secure a generational talent. The signing sends a clear message to the rest of Europe that City's hunger for sustained success remains entirely undiminished. For Argentina, the transfer marks yet another one of their bright young prospects stepping into the absolute elite echelon of club football. Joining international teammates in the Premier League will only aid Paz's integration into the national team setup, where he is expected to become a mainstay for years to come. The technical education he will receive in Manchester will undoubtedly refine his raw attributes into a polished, devastating package. As the pre-season schedule progresses, Paz is expected to fly into Manchester within the coming days to undergo his medical examinations and finalize the remaining media duties. The club is keen to integrate him into the first-team training sessions as quickly as possible, allowing him ample time to absorb Guardiola's intricate tactical playbook before the grueling domestic campaign kicks off in earnest. Ultimately, this transfer signifies the dawning of a new era in Manchester City's midfield dynamic. While saying goodbye to the foundational brilliance of Bernardo Silva will be an emotional milestone for the fans, the arrival of Nico Paz provides a thrilling glimpse into the future. City have successfully turned another club's misfortune into their own tactical masterstroke, securing a sensational Wonderkid who is fully prepared to take the footballing world by storm.
This video and subscribe.